Everybody always jokes about this, but yes, in South Africa, wild animals can live in your backyard. Okay, maybe that's not everybody's backyard, but this is a nature reserve where you can live, so it is possible to have this as your everyday life. And honestly, that's just one of the many reasons why you should consider moving to South Africa in 2025. From cost of living, amazing weather and natural beauty, and of course that wild South African energy. After watching this video, you are going to see South Africa in a completely different light. If you are looking for a place that has a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurship, innovation and growth, South Africa is one of the places that is the most open to do so. You can really feel the entrepreneurial spirit in the air here, from digital startups to small local businesses. Another option to consider is remote working, because if you are earning in pounds or in dollars, once you move that over to South African rands, you are going to have an amazing lifestyle here, along with all the other perks that South Africa has to offer. I come back to South Africa every year and a half, and every time I'm here, I am pleasantly surprised by all the new businesses, buildings, and shopping malls. So I've come to Hazelwood here in Pretoria today for some lunch, and this used to be a quiet little suburb, and now it's this super popular neighborhood with new restaurants and small businesses constantly opening up. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you a little bit of the cost of living here in South Africa. I can show you how much an afternoon out here would cost you, and I think what you're going to find is that it's really good value for money.
We decided to grab lunch at Cheese Louise, a cozy Italian-inspired spot with a quirky, laid-back vibe inside. As you can see, the prices are super reasonable. The prices range between £6 to £10, which I think is quite a deal, especially if you see how delicious these pizzas are. Our total for 3 people with drinks and a tip came to 940 Rand, and my share was under £13 or around $15. After lunch, we headed to Mainland, Africa's biggest mall, to do a little bit of retail therapy and to grab a sweet treat. The thing is, when your monthly expenses are lower, it's nice to have that extra wiggle room to get something nice once in a while. But let's talk about your day-to-day cost of living here in South Africa. We'll start with groceries. A weekly grocery shop for 2 people in South Africa comes in at around 2,000 Rand or £80. In the UK, it's around £100 per week, and in most other countries, it's also more expensive. For housing, you can rent a decent 2-bedroom flat in a good area for around 9,000 Rand to 15,000 Rand a month, which is between £400 to £600. In the UK, you are looking at monthly payments of around 1,200 or more. Utilities like water, electricity, and Wi-Fi average around 2,500 Rand a month, which is £100. And if you've got solar panels or inverter, even better. From this breakdown, I think it's clear to see that South Africa's affordability definitely makes everyday living a lot more enjoyable. I just rolled out of bed and I needed to quickly come show you what a South African morning could be like. Just look at this amazing sunrise behind me. In my opinion, South African sunrises are some of the best you will see ever in the entire world. Even if you don't have a little one like me that's going to wake you up early anyways, I think it's worth setting that alarm to see at least one African sunrise. And the best way to enjoy it is with a cup of rooibos tea and buttermilk rusks.
Life in South Africa is all about living outdoors. It's all about the sun, friends, and fresh air. Most days you are waking up to a beautiful sunny day, so I feel like that automatically just puts you in a better mood and you feel more motivated to get out of bed. Today we are here at an outdoors market, and I just love feeling the sun on my skin, and I can just smell all of the South African flavors, so I'm going to grab some of the food that I always miss when I'm overseas, and then we're just going to browse around the market a bit.
I decided to get a boerewors roll, and if you're not South African, this is one of the main things that we like to make when we're at a braai or a barbecue. If you haven't been to a South African braai before, you should know that this isn't just a way that we cook food. A braai is a place where we celebrate special moments, where we come together, and what really makes a braai special is the people. South Africans are known for their humor, resilience, and deep-rooted spirit of community that's hard to explain to other people, but there is actually a word for it. It's Ubuntu. This is an old African word which translates to I am because we are. This is a philosophy based on the principle that we should all be looking out for one another, even strangers. South Africa definitely has its struggles, but you will see every day in the news an uplifting story about neighbors, strangers, and communities helping one another. Another thing that keeps drawing me back to South Africa is the natural beauty.
South Africa's natural beauty is unmatched. You can grab a coffee in the morning and walk a few steps and have a beautiful waterfall behind you.
In Cape Town, you have beaches, cliffs, vineyards, and beautiful hiking trails, all within a 30-minute drive from each other. Then you have KwaZulu-Natal, where the mountains meet the ocean. From the lush Drakensberg to wild stretches of beautiful tropical coast. We also have the Karoo, which is like landing on Mars when you drive through there. Best part is that you don't really have to go looking for beautiful nature, it is just all around you. On a weekend you can go for road trips down the coast, stargazing, walking through a desert with wildflowers. All of this incredible natural beauty for free. You just need to go out and appreciate it. So I've definitely showed you guys a lot about South Africa now and all the amazing things there are to experience here, but no country is perfect. So to keep things real, I'll quickly talk about a couple of issues that you can't ignore and that you need to be aware of if you're going to stay here. Number one thing that you've probably heard of already is safety concerns in South Africa. You have to be careful of the area that you choose to live in, preferably a gated community or an estate that has a secure entrance. You also have to be away when you are driving around, especially at night, and you have to be careful if you are walking on the street anyway to make sure that you keep your belongings safe. But I grew up in South Africa, and yes, there's been some incidents here and there, but if you're just aware and careful, these issues can really be minimized. Load shedding or power cuts are also something that happen here quite often. It depends on the time of year. Sometimes there are more outages and sometimes you go a good few weeks without any interruptions. But to get around this, a lot of houses now have solar panels or inverters, generators. So there are definitely options to make sure that you're not impacted by the load shedding. You'll also have to invest in some private medical aid. A lot of companies here offer private medical aid as a benefit, but if you don't have that option, you can always just pay monthly to be part of a private medical aid. It's just that the public medical care here is not up to standard, and you don't want to be in a situation where you need urgent care and you can't get the help that you need. You will also notice a lot of poverty in South Africa, unfortunately, and that is because of the gap in income and unemployment. But where there is unemployment, that also means that there are a lot of opportunities for further development. So that goes back to my first point that I mentioned, that South Africa has a lot of potential for new work opportunities and entrepreneurship. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is the slow service delivery. You have to be patient here. If you are applying for any type of official documents from the government, there's probably going to be a long queue involved. So those are a few things that I think you need to just be aware of, but like I said, they are all pretty manageable. So should you move to South Africa? Obviously, I can't really make that decision for you, but hopefully I've shown you enough about the country to show you why it's an amazing place to live. I've been back in the UK after my South African trip for about 2 weeks now and I'm already having withdrawal symptoms. I think if you move to South Africa for the right reasons, with an open heart, looking for new opportunities and adventure, you definitely won't be disappointed. But let me know what you think about South Africa, and if you live there, is it a place you would recommend to other people, or if it's a place that you're interested in moving to. Also, let me know in the comments what draws you to South Africa. If you want to see more about this beautiful country, I'm going to post a video all about Cape Town next time, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that video when it's out. Thank you so much for taking the time to find out more about South Africa with me. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like down below, and then I will see you next time.